Let's get to it. Hello, YouTube. My name is Riz Ill, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And today, we're gonna be doing a stand-up comedy reaction. Um, I've said it like in my previous BURR reactions. I'm doing a BURR reaction today. That the reason why I haven't gone more into his work is because I'm already a fan of BURR, and by the time I started this reaction channel, I'd already gone through a lot of his sets and a lot of his stuff, so there was nothing really new for me to react to. But as of recent, because due to YouTube suggestions, due to the algorithm itself, uh, YouTube has been suggesting to me some stuff that I didn't know existed from BURR, and is actually quite successful, and I haven't seen yet. So I thought instead of me just watching it by myself and just like leaving it in the way, like on the back burner, this could be good in terms of my BURR reactions on this channel, because I'd really like to support his work, and I'd really like to do more reactions of a BURR nature, just like with Shane Gillis. It's just that with BURR, I had already watched a lot, as opposed to someone like Shane Gillis, where the time I discovered him was on this channel through a suggestion. So, hey man, without further ado, today I'm going to be looking at. I don't really like the animations when I've seen them in terms of like animation style comedy sets when they do animations, but fuck it, I'll give it a chance today, and today I'm going to be reacting to Bill Burr's helicopter story. So, without further ado, let's get to it.
I saw this story down in Orange County, right? Down in Orange County, California. This guy gave helicopter tours for 30 years. 30 years without incident. Hands the business off to his son. The American dream. I built it up for 30 years. Here you go, son. Make the family and the family name proud. All right, Dad, I love you. Right? This poor kid, 5 days in. He's supposed to give a tour to a couple. Only the dude shows up. The kid thought it was weird, but he's like, I need the money, I gotta give him a tour, right? So he takes this guy up. 10 minutes into the tour, the dude fucking jumped out. Yeah. 5 days in. 5 days in for the balloons and the cake. We love you, son. Keep the family tree going. The tradition alive. 5 fucking days later, this kid, he probably barely had the speech down. Just sitting there flying the helicopter. All right, if you look out the left side of the aircraft, that's Orange County. There's over 27 miles of beaches. Put your seatbelt back on. 27 miles of beaches. Was established as a county in 1903. Sir, please don't open the door, sir. What are you doing? Sir, no! No! Don't! Don't! Stop! No! No! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck! Air traffic control. I don't know who's on this frequency, but you really need some kind of fucking helicopter. 5 days in. So I read further into the story. Turns out the guy who jumped out, he was 61 years old, terminally ill. He was in pain every day. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with him, and he had had enough. At that point, that guy immediately became a hero in my world, right? You know what I love about him? Not only did he make the decision, he didn't go out like some pussy, right? Handful of pills, watching a romantic comedy. Wrapped in an Afghan that Nana made. Fuck that. Guy went out like a man. Take me up in a chopper. I'm looking at the land I love, and then I'm jumping out like a superhero. I loved it. Yeah. This guy should have been wearing a fucking cape. I can't imagine how elated he must have been on that helicopter ride up after finally, just taking back control of his life. Like, fuck you, disease. I decide. Ripping tubes out, gets a burger, shotguns a beer, take me up in the chop. He probably had his fucking foot on the dashboard. He's not even listening to this guy giving the tour, right? Over 27 miles of beach. Put your seatbelt back on. Established in the county in 1903. So please don't try to... But here's the thing. I left out one small thing. There is one small thing. The guy fucking lived. Yeah. They were out over the ocean. 500 500 feet up. You'd think that would be enough. So I'm thinking he must have gone in like Greg Louganis, like no splash, just. But witnesses said it looked like a dummy was falling out of the air, so that sounds like a hell of an impact. I think he accidentally did the most epic 500-foot belly flop in the history of jumping out of a helicopter. You know? But that didn't change what he was trying to do. Where his heart was, I still love this guy. I just feel bad for him. Just on the way down, he's got to be thinking 3 more seconds of pain. 2 more seconds. Wham! Oh my God, this is worse! This is way worse! It has a happy ending, though. He later died at the hospital. That's right. So here's to him. God bless him. I hope I have the balls someday.
They animated that man's penis. Ah, but yeah, hey, wait. Pause. Here's to him, man. Here's to that guy. And, shit, everything he's going through. Great story from BURR. BURR tells stories so great because he has this thing, this shtick, this character of his where I don't know that it's his character or maybe it's just like it's his natural personality, obviously, as him being him, as most comedians, not many. I don't know how many comedians fake it in terms of like creating another character that's not theirs in terms of doing sets, but BURR definitely he seems like an angry white Irishman American telling a story. He seems like that angry white man who's just like pissed off at shit in the world that doesn't make sense, and it can make sense if you just saw it from his perspective, but everyone is too fucking afraid to see it from that perspective and say anything. So he's like the guy who's just gonna call out all the bullshit. He seems like he seems like he was born an old man, basically. But yeah, he's always a great storyteller with his personality, his character, who he is, and the story is very interesting because one of my favorite novels is a novel called Doctors, and I forgot the author's name. And in one part of that novel, because that novel it's like an entire book about, like, it's basically telling a fictional story about doctors and the stuff that they go through, etc., etc., in terms of like from like a young age of being inspired, I want to be a doctor, to going all the way to medical school, and then the actual occupation and the different mental and life challenges that doctors go through, etc., etc. It's really interesting. It's a really interesting book. And in one part of that book, it tells the story of like one of those doctors. He had it literally tells different aspects of a doctor's life, right? And in one of the stories, one of the gifted doctors, he's like a genius. He had a curse where he like was sort of like fascinated by people who are dying and helping them end their suffering. That cut the long story short, he started assisting people to kill themselves medically before it was legal. Before you could have like legal terminations. This book, Doctors, is set in like I think 1960s or so, like way in the 19 somethings, and he started like assisting people in basically killing themselves because they were suffering from either terminal illness or what you call maybe going to war and having shrapnel in your body, and now you're not the same and you're always living in pain. You're basically not even living at all. Living is more than just breathing air. It's life itself. It's experiencing everything from like growing up, social interactions, the good, the bad, love, sex, everything, and these people weren't really experiencing those things, and he was helping them kill themselves medically. And in terms of that part of the book, it really like when he finally got caught and there was like this whole courtroom thing where they were deciding his fate. There was all these different arguments about beliefs in terms of religion and what is right, etc., and in terms of how these people should like how they were feeling and what we should consider in terms of maybe helping them kill themselves or whatever. This whole argument. And honestly, like sitting there, like just reading this, it really started like that question in my mind as whether it's right or wrong, especially as me being a Christian, what I believe in. You know, it's an interesting conversation to even have in the comment section of whether you think it's right or wrong to kill yourself if you're really suffering and you don't want to go out in a painful way. You just want it to be over, but no one will help you kill yourself. You know, they won't medically help you kill yourself. I don't know whether it's even legal now, honestly speaking. I'm talking like even though this thing was said back then, I don't even know now whether if you say I want to die, whether legal things can be set in place and in certain parts of the world, because a lot of parts of the world are very religious, especially here in Kenya. We are a Christian country, so I don't think they'll help you kill yourself. But I wonder if they like there's some parts of the world where you can medically just, you know, sign papers to kill yourself, or be helped on the way out. It's a very interesting topic. Leave your comments below in terms of your opinions on this. But this has been a great set. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notifications, and thank you for joining me today. It's been wonderful. You take care. Press start in the BM. Yeah. Hit the gas in the PM. Not time. Move. Super fly, wanna be him. Yeah. I to the TM. To the TM. When I see him. Yeah. I do whatever. Yeah. I do whatever.